Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I hope you stay healthy and stay safe wherever you are. In this video, I would like to try consecutive interpreting in English to Indonesian and Indonesian to English. I'm sorry if I make a lot of mistakes, but I do the best possible.
Good morning, class of 2019. Thank you so much for having me. It is an incredible honor to stand here before you today. Thank you to the faculty, to the guests, the families, and to all the gorgeous students among us who are beyond the shadow of a doubt, nursing raging hangovers and praying that this Disney princess keeps the let it go metaphors to a minimum, so I see you. I got you. I want to start today by sharing a secret about myself that you might not know. I did not graduate from college. Whoopsies. Dina's in a full flop sweat thinking, oh my god, illegal checked. I had a feeling when I saw her outfit because no one with a respectable degree would wear hoops in that size, so let her in here. But that leads me to another thing about me, which is, I'm nice. And as it turns out, when you are nice, people tend to overlook a lot. In some cases, this could include experience, credentials, not having your driver's license at airport security. And yes, that's a true story. Twice. And you might say, Kristen, no, that's not a result of being nice. That's the result and the privilege of being a recognizable person. And okay, that may be true, but I will counter with my husband, who is also highly recognizable and doesn't get away with anything. Literally 10 out of 10 times, he is getting a pat down at TSA. And that's because he's just not as nice as me. Don't get me wrong, I love him. I love him. He's brilliant. He's hilarious. He's literally my favorite person. But is he the nicest person? I don't know, guys. I just don't know. And I tell you this at the risk of divorce because I can't offer you the tricks of how literally 10 out of 10 times he is getting a pat down at TSA. And that's because he's just not as nice as me. Don't get me wrong, I love him. I love him. He's brilliant. He's hilarious. He's literally my favorite person. Is he the nicest person? I don't know, guys. I just don't know. And I tell you this at the risk of divorce because I can't offer you the tricks of how to wield your shiny diploma to ensure success. I can't tell you the answer to the age-old actor's dilemma. Should I move to New York? Should I stay in LA? And for goodness sakes, I cannot tell you what a Magna Carta is or what it even does. I literally don't know. I don't have to answer any of those questions, and let me tell you a secret, nobody has the answer to those questions. My sole trick to share with you is when you listen, when you really listen to people, when you listen as fiercely as you want to be heard, when you respect the idea that you are sharing the earth with other humans, when you lead with your nice foot forward, you'll win. Every time. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but it comes back to you when you need it. We live in an age of instant gratification, right, of immediate likes, and it is uncomfortable to have to wait to see the dividends of your kindness, but I promise you, it will appear exactly when you need it. It will appear at the precise moment when you pass gas in an elevator and everyone blames your husband instead of you. That I tend to overlook a lot. In some cases, this could include experience, credentials, not having your driver's license at airport security. And yes, that's a true story. Twice. And you might say, Kristen, no, that's not a result of being nice. That's the result and the privilege of being a recognizable person. And okay, that may be true, but I will counter with my husband, who is also highly recognizable and doesn't get away with anything. Literally 10 out of 10 times, he is getting a pat down at TSA. And that's because he's not as nice as me. Don't get me wrong, I love him. I love him. He's brilliant. He's hilarious. He's literally my favorite person. Is he the nicest person? I don't know, guys. I just don't know. And I tell you this at the risk of divorce because I can't offer you the tricks of how to wield your shiny diploma to ensure success. I can't tell you the answer to the age-old actor's dilemma. Should I move to New York? Should I stay in LA? And for goodness sakes, I cannot tell you what a Magna Carta is or what it even does. I literally don't know. I don't have to answer any of those questions, and let me tell you a secret, nobody has the answer to those questions. My sole trick to share with you is when you listen, when you really listen to people, when you listen as fiercely as you want to be heard, when you respect the idea that you are sharing the earth with other humans, when you lead with your nice foot forward, you'll win. Every time. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but it comes back to you when you need it. We live in an age of instant gratification, right, of immediate likes, and it is uncomfortable to have to wait to see the dividends of your kindness, but I promise you, it will appear exactly when you need it. It will appear at the precise moment when you pass gas in an elevator and everyone blames your husband instead of you. That is when the boomerang of kindness hits you back. It's also a very true story, numerous times over. Though it wouldn't be fair if I just waxed on about kindness and I didn't also include its inevitable downside. It's
Hello. Good morning, class of 2019. Thank you so much for having me. It is an incredible honor to stand here before you today. Thank you to the faculty, to the guests, the families, and to all the gorgeous students among us who are, beyond the shadow of a doubt, nursing raging hangovers and praying that this Disney princess keeps the let it go metaphors to a minimum, so I see you. I got you.
Halo, selamat pagi kelas 2019. Terima kasih banyak telah memiliki saya. Ini merupakan kehormatan yang luar biasa untuk berdiri di sini di hadapan Anda hari ini. Terima kasih kepada fakultas, para tamu, keluarga, dan kepada semua siswa yang luar biasa di antara kita yang berada di luar bayangan keraguan. Merawat, mabuk berat, dan berdoa agar Putri Disney ini melepaskannya. Metafora seminimal mungkin. Saya melihat Anda, saya mendapatkan Anda.
I want to start today by sharing a secret about myself that you might not know. I did not graduate from college. Whoopsies! Dean is in a full flop sweat thinking, oh my God, nobody double-checked. I had a feeling when I saw her outfit because no one with a respectable degree would wear hoops of that size. Who let her in here?
Saya ingin memulai hari ini dengan berbagi rahasia tentang diri saya yang mungkin Anda tidak tahu. Saya tidak lulus dari perguruan tinggi. Dekan sedang berpikir keras. Ya Tuhan, tidak ada yang memeriksa ulang. Saya punya firasat ketika saya melihat pakaiannya karena tidak ada seorang pun dengan gelar terhormat yang akan menandai ukuran itu. Siapa yang membiarkannya masuk ke sini?
But that leads me to another thing about me, which is I'm nice. And as it turns out, when you are nice, people tend to overlook a lot. In some cases, this could include experience, credentials, not having your driver's license at airport security. And yes, that's a true story. Twice.
Tetapi, itu membawa saya ke hal yang lain. Tentang saya, yaitu, saya baik. Dan ternyata, ketika Anda baik, orang akan cenderung banyak mengabaikan. Dalam beberapa kasus, hal ini termasuk pengalaman, tanda pengenal, Anda tidak memiliki SIM di keamanan bandara. Dan ya, itulah dua kisah nyata.
And you might say, Kristen, no, that's not a result of being nice. That's the result and the privilege of being a recognizable person. And okay, that may be true, but I will counter with my husband, who is also highly recognizable and doesn't get away with anything.
Dan kamu mungkin mengatakan, Christine, tidak, itu bukan hasil dari menjadi baik. Itulah hasil dan keistimewaan menjadi orang yang dikenal. Dan oke, itu mungkin benar. Tetapi, saya juga akan membalas dengan suami saya yang juga sangat dikenal. Dan tidak bisa lari dari hal apapun.
Literally, 10 out of 10 times, he is getting a pat down at TSA. And that's because he's just not as nice as me. Don't get me wrong, I love him. He's brilliant, he's hilarious, he's literally my favorite person. But is he the nicest person? I don't know, guys. I just don't know. And I tell you this at the risk of divorce because I can't offer you the tricks of how to wield your shining diploma to ensure success.
Sastra 10 dari 10, dia mendapat tepukan dari TSA, dan itu karena dia tidak sebaik saya. Jangan salah paham, saya mencintainya. Dia luar biasa, dia lucu, dia benar-benar orang favorit saya, dia bahkan orang yang paling baik. Saya tidak tahu, dan saya memberitahu Anda ini dengan resiko perceraian, karena saya tidak bisa menawarkan trik bagaimana menggunakan ijazah bersinar Anda untuk memastikan sebuah kesuksesan.
Tell you the answer to the age-old actor's dilemma. Should I move to New York? Should I stay in LA? And for goodness sakes, I cannot tell you what a Magna Carta is or what it even does. I literally don't.
Saya tidak dapat memberitahu Anda jawabannya atas dilema aktor tua itu. Haruskah saya pindah ke New York? Haruskah saya tinggal di LA? Dan demi kebaikan saya tidak dapat memberitahu Anda apa itu Magna Carta atau apa kegunaannya. Saya benar-benar tidak tahu.
I don't have to answer any of those questions, and let me tell you a secret, nobody has the answer to those questions. My sole trick to share with you is when you listen, when you really listen to people, when you listen as fiercely as you want to be heard.
Saya tidak perlu menjawab semua pertanyaan itu, dan izinkan saya memberitahu Anda sebuah rahasia. Tidak ada yang punya jawaban atas pertanyaan-pertanyaan itu. Trik jiwa saya untuk berbagi dengan Anda adalah ketika Anda serius mendengarkan, ketika Anda mendengarkan sekuat yang Anda ingin didengar.
When you respect the idea that you are sharing the earth with other humans, when you lead with your nice foot forward, you'll win. Every time. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but it comes back to you when you need it.
Ketika Anda menghargai sebuah gagasan yang Anda bagikan kepada dunia dengan manusia lain, ketika Anda memimpin dengan langkah yang baik ke depan, Anda akan menang setiap saat. Mungkin bukan hari ini, bukan besok, tapi itu akan kembali kepada Anda ketika Anda membutuhkannya.
We live in an age of instant gratification, right? Of immediate likes. And it is uncomfortable to have to wait to see the dividends of your kindness, but I promise you, it will appear exactly when you need it. It will appear at the precise moment when you pass gas in an elevator and everyone blames your husband instead of you.
Kita hidup di zaman kepuasan instan dan tidak merasa nyaman karena harus menunggu untuk merasakan keuntungan dari kebaikan yang kita lakukan. Tetapi saya berjanji, itu akan datang di saat yang tepat, saat Anda membutuhkannya. Saat Anda buang gas di lift dan semua orang menyalahkan suami Anda.
That is when the boomerang of kindness hits you back. It's also a very true story, numerous times over. Though it wouldn't be fair if I just waxed on about kindness and I didn't also include its inevitable downside. It's relevant to note that sometimes when you choose nice, it does come with a price tag. Being nice sometimes means avoiding the obvious joke.
Saat itulah, bumerang kebaikan menyerang Anda kembali. Itu juga merupakan kisah yang sangat nyata. Berulang kali, meskipun tidak adil, jika saya hanya membahas tentang kebaikan dan saya tidak juga memasukkan keburukannya yang tak terelakkan, itu relevan untuk mengetahui bahwa terkadang ketika Anda memilih baik, itu datang dengan label harga yang baik. Terkadang berarti menghindari lelucon yang nyata.
Like, for instance, I'm me, and I've chosen this path, this speech, to be nice at an institution like this. I am choosing not to reference Aunt Becky in any way, shape, or form.
Misalnya, saya adalah saya, dan saya telah memilih jalan ini. Pidato ini untuk bersikap baik dalam institusi seperti ini. Saya memilih untuk tidak menunjuk Bibi Becky dengan cara apapun. Terima kasih.
In fact, I'm so nice, I'm not even going to mention my actual Aunt Becky for fear it is simply too close to the fire. And let me be real, removing those jokes is a bit of a sacrifice. But dare I say, prioritizing your emotional intelligence over your logical intelligence can at times feel like a compromise. But it does pay off.
Pada kenyataannya, saya sangat baik. Saya bahkan tidak akan mengatakan tentang bibi saya yang sebenarnya. Bukan karena takut, itu hanya untuk menutupi api dan membiarkan saya menjadi nyata. Menghapus lelucon ini membutuhkan sedikit pengorbanan, tetapi saya berani mengatakan karena memprioritaskan kecerdasan emosional Anda daripada kecerdasan logis. Terkadang terasa seperti sebuah kompromi, tetapi itu membuahkan hasil.
You were right, payoff. It was not the best choice of words for this particular point, but I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, but I am trying. And you know what? I should have led with that. I am by no means perfect. I am also not telling you what to do.
Anda benar. Untuk membayar atau tidak, itu bukanlah sebuah pilihan, kata terbaik untuk poin khusus ini. Tetapi, saya yakin, saya tidak sempurna, tetapi saya berusaha. Dan Anda tahu apa yang seharusnya saya pimpin dengan itu? Saya sama sekali tidak sempurna. Saya juga tidak memberitahu Anda apa yang harus Anda lakukan.
My second child is the result of unprotected makeup sex in a hot tub in the Hawaiian Islands. I am in no position to give advice. Hand to God. I can't do it. All I can do is share my experience with you. My husband always says, if you see someone who has what you want, ask them how they got it.
Maksud saya, anak kedua saya merupakan hasil dari riasan tanpa alat pelindung seks di pemandian air panas di Kepulauan Hawaii. Saya tidak dalam posisi untuk memberikan saran. Tangan untuk Tuhan. Saya tidak bisa melakukan, semua yang bisa saya lakukan adalah berbagi dengan Anda semua. Suami saya selalu mengatakan, jika Anda ingin melihat seseorang yang Anda inginkan, tanyakan kepada mereka, bagaimana mereka mendapatkannya.
Unfortunately, Beyonce has yet to reply to my email, so I don't have all the answers yet, but she will. Don't worry, she's definitely going to, so I'm pretty sure. I say this because if there is anything about my life that seems even slightly aspirational, hopefully some of this will be helpful to you. And if not, feel free to slowly pull the flask, hiding in your underwear out, and just have it. I'm not your...
Sayangnya, dia belum membalas email saya, jadi saya belum punya jawaban atas pertanyaan itu. Tetapi dia akan suka. Jangan khawatir, dia pasti akan melakukannya. Jadi saya cukup yakin, saya mengatakan ini karena jika ada apa-apa tentang hidup saya yang tampaknya sedikit inspiratif, semoga hal ini dapat membantu Anda. Dan jika tidak, jangan ragu. Dengan perlahan, menarik sesuatu yang bersembunyi di pakaian dalam Anda. Dan ambil saja, saya bukan ibu Anda.
You know what I mean? If it's not hurting anyone, great, get yours. And you know what? Maybe share some with your neighbors. Now, the tricky thing about finding someone who has what you want is that you also have to know what you want, right? So that seems simple enough, but it's actually very hard.
Anda tahu apa maksud saya? Itu jika tidak menyakiti siapapun. Bagus, dapatkan milik Anda. Dan apa yang Anda tahu, mungkin bisa berbagi beberapa dengan tetangga Anda. Sekarang, hal yang paling rumit adalah tentang bagaimana Anda mendapatkan seseorang yang Anda inginkan. Yaitu, Anda juga harus tahu apa yang Anda inginkan. Itu terlihat cukup sederhana, tetapi sebenarnya itu sangat sulit.
Because our brains are arrogant assholes. The brain thinks it's running the show, but the heart is secretly pulling the strings. It's very true. Our brains are the King Joffrey of our bodies, and our hearts are the Granny Tyrell, right? Very true. We think we know what we want, but we often have no idea what we need. And because of that, we often approach life with one goal, and we end up finding our real purpose along the way.
Karena otak kita terlalu sombong. Otak mengira itu hanyalah sebuah pertunjukan, tetapi hati diam-diam menarik. Itu sangat benar. Otak kita adalah Raja Joffrey, dan tubuh kita adalah Nenek Tyrell. Benar, sangat benar. Kita mengira kita tahu apa yang kita inginkan, tetapi kita seringkali tidak memiliki ide apa yang kita butuhkan, dan karena itu, kita sering mencapai hidup dengan satu tujuan, dan pada akhirnya, kami menemukan tujuan kami yang sebenarnya di sepanjang perjalanan.
When I left New York and I came to LA, I had the singular goal of becoming the lead on a TV show. I had gained some experience in New York playing a naive, weed-obsessed sexpot in Reefer Madness. I thought, perfect, I'm ready for Los Angeles. Surely I will be embraced immediately. So I hopped on a plane, I arrived in the land where the streets are soaked in sunshine and self-tan are red.
Ketika saya meninggalkan New York dan datang ke LA, saya hanya memiliki satu tujuan, yaitu menjadi seorang pemimpin di sebuah siaran televisi. Saya mendapatkan beberapa pengalaman di New York. Kendati demikian, saya merasa sempurna. Saya siap untuk ke Los Angeles. Pasti dengan segera saya merasa dirangkul. Saya melompat ke pesawat. Saya mendarat di tanah di mana jalanan basah kuyup di bawah sinar matahari.
The confidence of an overserved freshman at a frat party. I was like, here I am. And I began the process of auditioning, which it's really just a condensed way to say driving back and forth to Santa Monica in rush hour traffic. But the feedback that I received was that I was always...
Saya mendapatkan sebuah kepercayaan diri dari seseorang yang lebih berpengalaman di sebuah pesta perkumpulan. Saya di sini, dan saya mulai proses audisi yang hanya dengan waktu yang benar-benar singkat. Untuk mengatakan mengemudi kembali dan terus ke Santa Monica. di lalu lintas, jam sibuk. Tetapi umpan balik yang saya terima adalah
too young, too old, too cute, too plain, too smart, too ditzy. It was as if Goldilocks were every casting director. And I just couldn't nail it. And eventually I started booking some co-star and guest star roles, but my coveted lead eluded me, and I would go to bed negotiating with the universe.
bahwa saya terlalu muda, terlalu tua, terlalu manis, terlalu polos, terlalu pintar, dan terlalu pendek. Seolah-olah Goldilocks adalah setiap direktur casting. Dan saya tidak bisa memahaminya. Dan pada akhirnya, saya mulai memesan beberapa bintang tamu. Tetapi pemimpin yang saya idamkan menyinggung saya, dan saya akan pergi untuk tidur, bernegosiasi dengan alam semesta.
I would say, okay, if I could just book the lead on CIS NCIS ER Miami, I promise I will decrease my carbon footprint by at least 6 in the next calendar year. So clearly, I know absolutely nothing about the measure of carbon. I find it almost as confusing as the concept of the Magna Carta. But then it...
Saya akan mengatakan, baik, jika saya bisa menjadi pemimpin di CIS dan CIS Miami, saya berjanji, saya akan mengurangi jejak karbon saya. Setidaknya di tahun ke-6 kalender berikutnya, saya hampir merasa kebingungan dengan konsep Magna Carta, tetapi kemudian itu terjadi.
Cast on Veronica Mars, which was my first show, and everything I ever wanted was in front of me. I was earning a real paycheck. I was the lead of a TV show. I owed the universe all my carbon.
Saya berperan di Veronica dan Mars, yang merupakan pertunjukan pertama saya. Dan semua yang saya inginkan ada di hadapan saya. Saya mendapatkan gaji. Saya menjadi seorang pemimpin di sebuah acara televisi. Saya berhutang kepada alam semesta terhadap semua yang saya dapatkan.
But once we started shooting, something very unexpected happened to me. Well, two unexpected things. The first was Ryan Hansen, who played Dick Casablancas. His hair. It was the exact, almost too accurate, too on-point shade of surfer blonde boy. It was like the kind that gives you PTSD from walking along Venice Beach, that you're just like, whoa. It was terrifying, and I loved it. The second was that, despite the recognition of my dream, I wasn't happy, like at all. My arrogant little asshole brain could not comprehend what was happening.
Tetapi, ketika kami memulai syuting, ada hal yang tidak terduga bagi saya. Ya, dua hal yang tidak terduga. Yang pertama adalah Ryan Hansen yang memainkan rambut di Casablanca itu persis, akurat dengan bayangan anak laki-laki pirang itu. Yang kedua adalah bahwa terlepas dari pengakuan mimpi saya tidak bahagia sama sekali. Seluruh otak kecil saya yang sombong tidak dapat memahami apa yang terjadi.
I was like, how was this possible? This is what I wanted and what I needed, right? And yet I had it all and I was lonelier than I had ever been. And it wasn't until the boy with the surfer hair invited me to his birthday party after hours offset, away from work, that everything changed.
Itu seperti, bagaimana mungkin? Itu adalah apa yang saya inginkan dan apa yang saya butuhkan. Namun, saya memiliki semuanya. Dan saya lebih kesepian daripada yang pernah saya alami. Dan anak laki-laki dengan rambut peselancar mengundang saya ke pesta ulang tahunnya. Setelah berjam-jam jauh dari pekerjaan, semuanya berubah.
He wasn't just inviting me to his birthday party. He was inviting me to his life party, to his community. And I finally felt at home and I made some of the best friends that I still have to this day. Thank you and congratulations.
Dia mengundang saya ke pesta komunitasnya, dan saya menjadikannya teman terbaik yang pernah saya miliki sampai saat ini. Selamat hari kelulusan. Terima kasih.